This, I'm sorry to say, is a little bit more versatile than the Steam Deck. The Legion Go. This is a handheld console that I haven't really heard much about. So let's find out if you guys should buy it. So this sits in the same realm as the Steam Deck, the handheld PC basically for gaming. So should you guys buy it? I know right now the handhelds are getting smaller, better, lighter, and more powerful. So let's see. Should you guys go out there, spend your money to buy this? Let's find out.
You guys do when you first are getting your Legion Go, click on this magnifying glass, type in Realtek Audio up here, click that, come down to speakers, turn on your Omni speaker. You can either do powerful, or I know some people just dial everything up to 12. Now, of the three consoles, I would say the Legion Go has the weakest speakers in general. Definitely.
Okay, so because these units are basically PCs, I'm guessing you have to configure them. So if you look carefully on this video, this looks like a version of Windows 11 on it. So what you're basically doing is you are basically configuring this handheld to work like a PC. And then once it's a PC, and then configuring it to play games like a PC, and then reprogram the settings in the PC to work with the controls you have. That makes sense.
Goes the Asus ROG Ally, then the Steam Deck, and then a pretty big drop off, and then the Legion Go. This does help changing these settings. It's not going to be as good as the other ones, but they're good enough.
To be fair, when you're playing a handheld unit, most people will use what do you call it, headsets, Bluetooth headsets for this. I guess when you're indoors, it makes sense to have good audio, but it's not really a priority when playing this type of games. You know, maybe the haptics are better or more important than the audio itself, because it's a handheld. There's no space to put in a good, mic in there, and also a good speaker as well. So it's not really a priority. So this might be a cost-cutting exercise.
They're passable. Now the Legion Go comparatively is a larger device than the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck for sure, and so a reasonable question to ask is going to be, is this noticeably heavier than the other two when you're playing with it in your hands? Flat out, in the hand it is heavier enough to where like holding it in one hand you feel.
To be fair, all the handhelds that are not like the small light handhelds are heavy. They're not light. This looks like you can remove the sides a little bit. If that's the case, it's a game changer. It'd be like a Switch. But yeah, they're not really designed to be the lightest. They're more designed to be convenient. But in terms of the handhelds, there's much lighter handhelds than these.
Much more stress on your fingers than with the ROG Ally.
So this is not the ROG Ally. This, what he's showing right now, is the Steam Deck. So you can clearly see by the joysticks being up here, the two touchpads on here. This is not the OLED version, it's a normal version. But you can clearly tell that this is the Steam Deck, not the ROG Ally.
Or the Steam Deck. One of my favorite things about the Legion
It's the Legion
Go is that it has that kickstand. You can put it down on the table and play.
Okay.
I mean, there have been so many times when I'm playing, say, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, for example. In the middle of a turn, I'm drinking tea, set it down real quick, and I can drink. I personally do not think that the weight is so much of a significant factor that, like, you absolutely just cannot play games like this.
So it looks like the kickstand itself is useful. If the sides can slide out, then that's already better than the current setup on the Steam Deck. Let's continue.
And I'm able to play. Do I feel the weight more? Yes, but it's not a deal breaker for me personally. And having the kickstand is awesome, not only using this for when you're playing games, but also if you want to watch media and things like that as well, right? Watching YouTube, or if you want to watch a movie. So
the size of it reminds me of a tablet. So this might be like a 7.5 inch, 7 inch tablet / gaming device. So it's good that you can watch content. So if you are traveling, you can, I guess, because it is a PC and it runs Windows, or a version of Windows, you can then just use it as a normal computer on the go if you had to use it. That's one upside of the Legion. So it's basically a mini PC that games. That's the Legion. Whereas the Switch, another Switch, whereas the Steam Deck is more of a gaming device that has access to access windows. So that's the little like difference between these two units.
From like a practical functional standpoint, having the kickstand is absolutely amazing, not only when you're playing with your games on a table like this, but also when you detach them and are playing in that like twin.
This is worth buying just because of this. This reminds me a lot of the Switch. Being able to remove the controls is a game changer. Like, if you're able to like get a controller or something, there should be quite a few you can buy online. This makes it way more convenient. Way more convenient. You might never use it, but having the ability to use this will change how you play the game or how you use this in a way. So what this could also be used for is, now it's a kickstand. You can put a mouse and keyboard, use it like a PC on a desk. This, I'm sorry to say, is a little bit more versatile than the Steam Deck.
In joystick mode, which other me is going to talk to you about because I want to finish this duel. Detachable sticks, kind of like what you have on the Nintendo Switch. You have this little pad that you can put your stick into, and it basically becomes a mouse. I think this is a huge advantage for the Legion Go, for people that want this thing. Not everybody's going to want this, and I completely understand that. And this is honestly something that...
The only worry I would have is battery life. How is the battery life on there? It doesn't look too thin, so it might have a pretty good battery in there, but battery life is a consideration for it to, I guess, to buy this.
I don't personally use all the time, but if you're looking to play like Counter-Strike or a game like that, I mean, this is a pretty awesome way to do it. In previous videos, a lot of you guys saw me playing Madden 24, asking how I was able to...
Okay, I need to go back a little bit and basically disagree a little bit with what he's saying. If you have to play on a desk, just use your desktop. Like, you don't have to, like, I understand the kickstand when you're traveling. I understand when you're like going to a hotel or Airbnb or you're not in your house to use this. But if you're at home, just use your PC. Most people who buy these handhelds have a PC that can play this level of games. So that's an element where I would have to be like, okay, is it a real selling point? Yes, but it falls in the middle between gimmick and useful. Being able to use that as a mouse, how many times will you have that access to do that? But it's still good that it has it. It gives you options, but I wouldn't say in a house setting that makes the most sense.
In previous videos, a lot of you guys saw me playing Madden 24, asking how I was able to get it to run, even relatively smoothly. So what you're going to want to do is turn off your Legion Go, then press the power button and the volume button to want to click on more settings, then go down to configuration, and then select this option here, the UMA frame buffer size. And in my experience, setting this to 6 GB helps a lot. Some people have it to...
Okay, so you can decide how much RAM you need it to be when playing games and max it out depending on the high CPU games. Okay, interesting. I'm not seeing many negatives actually.
Auto, but for me 6 GB is usually the sweet spot, and I'm able to play Cyberpunk 2077, Steam, that can run all of the different software that your normal Windows PC could, because this is a Windows PC and a handheld.
All right, so this basically, as you say,
and that
is basically a Windows PC. So you're able to run, this is Edge browser, you can tell because it has Copilot, which if you guys don't know much about Copilot, it's like the Microsoft version of ChatGPT. And it's free, always free. On through Bing. But yeah, this looks very interesting. It's basically, I don't know. So this is basically a PC that you can play games on. Would you, so should you buy this Legion Go? Um Here is my stance on it. Here's my stance on it. The Steam Deck has better controls. I prefer the angles of the Joy-Cons, so one being low and one being higher. It reminds me a little bit of the Xbox side of things. So you can use this and the ABCs in this. So this is a little bit better. I like how you can remove the sides of it. I like how you can basically use it as a PC, which is secondary. You don't buy a games console to go on YouTube. But I think the question still stands, should you buy this? Here's the thing. The answer is yes if A, you want a portable PC that can game, but I would say no if you want it to integrate better with the Steam platform, because you have to download programs to then connect to have access to play the Steam games, then remap certain settings within Steam so you can play it. So there's that downside. But for me, the main positive from what I can see is being able to detach the sides and put it on a table is a thing that the Steam Deck doesn't have, and this brings it up in the point of like Steam or this. I would say it's pretty even in terms of what's important to you. But leave a comment down below. What do you guys think? Should you guys buy this? I'm on the fence. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.